anyị, mmeri abụrụwo nke anyị. Ọ gbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị, mmeri abụrụwo nke anyị. Onye nwe m, ịgbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị. Ebube eluigwe chi m, ịgbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị. Ihe na-ekweghị omume imewo ya. Ọtụtụ mgbe ka ndị Biafra na-ebe akwa. Ime ọtụtụ mgbe ka ndị Biafra na-eti mkpu. Onye ga-anapụta anyị n'ọnọdụ anyị nọ n'ime ya, Chukwu ọma. Ịma na eruru otu ụbọchị Chineke mee ya, kpọlite nwanne anyị Nnamdi Kalụ. Nwoke ọma Chukwu mere mma, onye ọma Mesai. Nnamdi akwa na-ebe, o metụrụ Nnamdi n'obi. Nkwu anyị na-eti, o metụrụ Nnamdi n'obi. O kweghị ka ihere eme n'anyị, n'eziokwu eyi. Gidigidigidi ihe anyị na-anụ nụ na Biafra. Ebe niile nọ bụ katakata. Ajidere ya, amaghị na ọ bụ onye Chukwu tere mmanụ. Kwetinye ya n'ụlọ mkpọrọ, nwanne m Sai. Aka ajụ agbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị, mmeri abụrụwo nke anyị. Ọ gbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị, mmeri abụrụwo. Chukwu okike abịa ma gbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị, mmeri abụrụwo. Chukwu okike abịa ma gbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị, mmeri abụrụwo nke anyị. O nwere ọtụtụ ndị ka ha na Nnamdi seje ozi. O nwere ọtụtụ ndị ka ha na Nnamdi so na-arụ ọrụ. Ndị ọma nwoke ọmụche mefọ, anyị na-asị gị biko daalụ. Maazị Ibe ọlụ Chukwu ka ị na-alụ. Nne nna ya anyị agụ nwaanyị anyị ji eme ọnụ. Asị unu daalụ, ike agụlụ unu n'ọrụ a. Ewo aka ajụ ịgbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị, mmeri abụrụwo. Chukwu okike abịa ma ịgbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị, mmeri abụrụwo. Onye na-eme ma na ịgbanwewo ọnọdụ anyị, mmeri abụrụwo nke anyị. Ụmụ Chineke niile, asị m ka anyị gaa, n'ihi na o doro m anya na onye ji ihe nwata weli aka elu, na ọ bụ na aka rawa ya, na ọ ga-ewetụrịla ya. Ebe ha jidere onye Chineke tere mmanụ, wee tụkpọ ya n'ụlọ mkpọrọ. Iwe Chukwu abịa malikwara, ọ malitekwara wee tiwe ha ihe otiti. Ọ doro m anya na onye ọbụla ekwetala, mba niile ekwetakwala, onye isi ekwetakwala, nwa ka ebu n'afọ ekwetakwala, onye ogbe ekwetakwala, onye ngwọrọ ekwetakwala. Aka Chukwu dị ya. Nwanne m, asị m n'aka Chukwu dị ya. Anyị ga-akado ole ghara ole. Anyị enwekwa mmiri o, mana anyị nwere ọyị. Anyị enwekwa asụ, mana anyị nwere ọyị. Anyị enwekwago ụlọ ọgwụ, mana anyị nwere ọyị. Ndị siri ike wee gacha edukeshọn, ọ bụrụ na ha pụta, ha ga-abụrụ keke na-agba. Ee, Chukwu abịa, Chukwu abịa, ị nọkwa nso. O wutere m mgbe m hụrụ nwaanyị nke dị ime, nke ha were egbe tụwa n'afọ. Chai, nwa nke ikere eke esi n'afọ wee dapụ. Ebe a na-ajụ ndị gị, ee, ọkụ ụbara ejugo n'obodo anyị nke a kpọrọ Biafra. Ọ
Yes, once again, good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world. I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uchi Okafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. And Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Most of you may not be able to comprehend the mindset behind that truth, but then one day you shall. Mazi Uchuka Fomefo is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazen Nandi Ukukano, the Prince of Afari Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man that stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people. For almost 60 years now, nobody have been able to do this. Mazen Nandi Ukukano is from Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. He's the director of Radio Biafra and Biafran Television. Of course, the one and the only person that truly commands the loyalty of the Biafran people across the globe. I am George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Of course, every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. We must go ahead to acknowledge the creator, Chukwu Kikabiama, the one who sits in heaven and control the affairs of man. For he is the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. What do we have to offer him than to worship him, to appreciate him? No wonder the psalmist say, "Who that man should praise the Lord? Who that man should praise the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men, to the children of men, for his goodness and for his wonderful works." Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị bụ sọ mma e. Ịhụnanya ị na-agị, obiọma gị, o juru anya dadi o, ịmakwa n'inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ị bụ Alpha na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. Of course, without wasting much of our time, we shall go ahead on this segment. Of course, you must not forget on this segment, team, remain back to your root. We must all go back to our root, because I can assure you that is the beginning of survival as a people. We come before you in the name of Chukwu Kikabiama. And the last time I checked, Chukwu Kikabiama is not from America, he's not from London, he's not from China, he's not from Japan, he's not from Indonesia, Malaysia, Arabian. He's a Biafran man, he's from Biafra. He's the one we worship, the eternal, the steadfast, and the unchanging. We must go back to our root. And this is one truth that will set us free. And of course, our topic today is the mystery behind the 4 market days. The mystery behind the 4 market days in Biafra land. You see, nobody said it is going to be easy to restore Biafra. Nobody ever said so. The last time I checked, our supreme leader said, they will kill us. Boko Haram will invade our land. You will serve the zoo, you will come back in disgrace. So many prophecy came. But the one I love so much is that they will kill us and we will kill them. They will kill us and we will kill them. And then Biafra will come. And so nobody said it was going to be bed of roses. Nobody said. In fact, that is why it is called struggle. Struggle. It's not called enjoyment. And that is why I see some people working very hard to frustrate you. Then without this frustration, and then it's certainly not struggle. We call it enjoyment. Family meeting. Nobody ever said so. And at every stage, we must prepare our heart for what is to come next. But one truth remains that we must not, as far as a lieth within our power, we must not give an inch to Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani at any platform to rear out their ugly head. You smash them back from where they came from. Most of you don't appreciate that word, back to your root. It makes you sick, but may the Lord heal you. That is all we can tell you. May the Lord heal you. And of course, to all the non-Biafrans within the global community who may not understand what we are going through, you may not be able to understand the position we have found ourselves today. Your fathers were there before now. And so you can pretend you do not know, but your nation was once there. And you were mocked. You were lynched through the media. Your people were killed. They were misunderstood. It happens in America. It happens in China. It did happen in Japan. It happened so many places across the globe. But few good men and women understand that people's opinion should not count about you. Of course, you can choose to consider what they are saying in order to checkmate yourself, but it really doesn't matter. And so in the midst of this odd, they stood their ground. And today, they look at where you are today. And today we have found ourselves in the same position. Many countries who have found themselves here are even the ones that are championing to make sure they collect bribe to shut us down. We know how it works. This is your time. But our time is almost here. It's almost done. But we don't blame you. We will only blame ourselves if we give us because of all this minor distraction. That is what I call it. If Fulani will carry a gun with Yoruba gallivanting in the street of Biafra, and that makes us go back. And then I think there was no need for us to come out in the first place. You see, let me tell all of you. There is something that must happen for something to happen. That is what we are praying for. That is that thing you people are pushing. We are very close to it. But of course, Biafrans must begin to be aware. This is self-awareness. You must know who you are. And so without wasting much of our time, we will go to our study, which is simply the mystery behind the 4 market day. We live in a 4-dimensional world, and as a result, we are limited. But still, there is a way to unlock this limitation and become limitless. And that could only be possible if we understand how it functions. We are living in a 4-dimensional world. That is why you see our rooms are square. That does not mean you cannot build a round room. That does not mean you cannot build a triangular room. But the mindset, even though the world is said to be round, but at the end of the day, they put a door. And the moment you put a door in a circle, it is no longer a circle. In other words, living in a 4-dimensional world simply means that we are living in a box. But we actually can make use of this 4-dimensional world and become limitless. The world puts us in a cage. But if you understand how it functions, you will be limitless. You can be in the cage, but yet outside the cage. Some of this information is what makes somebody like me to be broadcasting from Abo, close to Urugudu, and then I believe somebody in White House is listening, somebody in Japan is listening, somebody in Biafra land is listening, even Satans and angels are listening to this broadcast. Because men and women were able to implement technology, as they call it, that enables communication go even beyond the destination of man. It becomes limitless. Means of communication become limitless. It's amazing. The same thing, it is applicable to us in every area of life. But first of all, understand it. Today, the only thing that is left of us one of the points our leader made, he hammered on two main points. One of them was simple. If your mother tied to wrapper, you are a Biafran. I'm not saying the one they tie because they go to Yoruba church. Look at what Yoruba are doing to you now. Most Biafran women now in Yoruba church, like Mountain of Fire, Deeper Life, you are now dressing like Yoruba women. But the Yoruba in Redeemed Church now are dressing like Biafran women. Don't let them deceive you. Very soon now, those your daughter in a Deeper Life, Mountain of Fire, who think they are going to heaven. They are dressing like Yoruba already, tie lace and buba, because you want to be accepted. Inferiority complex has destroyed you. Even in heaven, some of you, if you never get there, you will be a toilet washer in heaven. I tell you the truth. Because let me not go there anyway. Our leader emphasized and said, if your mother tied to wrapper, you are a Biafran. Forget about the name you bear today, because the names are concocted already. You know, when I read when the Bible say that the world lie in wickedness, he that deceived the world, we are still trying to find out who they are. Because only Biafran mother tied to wrapper in the whole world. Only Biafran mother tied to wrapper gidibam. Use one to tie scarf. That is our tradition. But there are much more you need to know about that anyway. Yoruba women tie lace and buba. They tie lace and buba. Hausa women tie one wrapper and use the other one to blanket themselves. That is their culture. That is their tradition. It is their heritage. And the next aspect our leader mentioned is Eke Nkwo Afo Uri. I ask you, Eke Nkwo Afo Uri, what does it mean to you? It's just a market day. If Eke Nkwo Afo Uri is just for market day, and so why do they call their children after that name? Ukenkwo, Ukafo, Ukorie, Ukeke. Why? I thought it's a market day. But if it just remained a market day, why do they pray in the morning with the name of a market day? Honestly, I saw my ancient fathers. And every morning they come out, they break kola nut, they pour libation. Your Yoruba pastor said they are evil now. And in each of their prayer, they say something. Like in my dialect. Chukwu na onye biri, onye keli ugwe lale. Ekele mi o. Ebono orene mane no kpoche mura uwo hitan. Ekele mi. Nsule nu kenji bia ihe soge loge ya kenji bia de kunu Chukwu na onye keli lale. Nrali ododo ibon men oso ni kpoche mura ni dome mundu wo he no leket nke tan. Tani we ken orene mumma. Makani yekwele ni Eke Nkwo Afo Uri ekare ni mumma. Chukwu na onye biri tan wo nkwo. Nkwo ne mumma. Chukwu na onye biri tan wo eke. Nekere ne mumma. Chukwu na onye biri tan wa Uri Afo. Ni wele ri na nyemma. But I thought it's a market day. Why do they keep speaking to God about the 4 market day? That is because there is something more than civilization. There is something that you don't know because they don't want you to know about it. It's a mystery. You go to Idoma. I'm not talking about the Igbos of Benue State as they call you today. You go to Idoma, if you are Idoma. Can you tell me what a K is doing in the name in a community? Ajide. Alande Lembwecho. So why do they answer Eke Ajide? Ombulo, Eke Ajide. But you are not tenant to Idoma man from Eke Ajide. If you are listening to Radio Biafra, I say you are not tenant to. What is Eke doing in your name? We know our people. No matter how much level of your brain that have been damaged, you will be cured and you will come home. You move down to Edo. I'm wondering, what is Olie looking for inside Olie Onwo? What is Olie doing inside Olie Onwo? Biafrans use 4 market day. Sometimes some people try to concoct it to suit them. But you go back and ask your real father, if you know your father. He will always tell you that Eke Nkwo Afoye is the 4 market days. But there is more beneath that. There are 4 of them. Let's start. And I will see as much as I can hasten up on this study because I will not want to confuse you. Some of them are so deep that I will confuse you. But I will try to cut it short for you to understand who you really are. Number 1, when you hear about Eke Nkwo Afoye, this is simply the 4 name, the 4 alphabet, the secret name of the Almighty Creator. This is the secret name of the Almighty Creator. Number 1, the name of God. The Bible has about 955 names of God. The Bible talks about the name of God, 955 names of God. But do you know God did not tell Abraham his name? Do you know God did not tell Isaac his name? Do you know God did not tell Joseph his name, Jacob his name? God never told Adam his name. God did not tell Noah his name. God did not tell anybody his name until Moses came, according to the Bible. And God said to Moses, go. And Moses said, when I get to Pharaoh, who will I say he sent me? And God said, tell him the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then Moses said, who is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? And God said, tell him, I am that I am sent you. Then Moses said, who is I am that I am? I can't tell Pharaoh that, and it doesn't make sense to me. And the Bible says for the first time, God said to Moses, I have never revealed my name to anybody, but you will be the first to know my name. And God mentioned his name 4 letter words. And so the ground upon which Moses stood shook, and God said, pull your shoe. For mentioning my name, this ground is holy. The 4 letter words, the name of God. The Hebrews will understand what I'm saying. But when you hear Eke Nkwo Afoye, this is the abbreviation of the 4 letter words that makes up the name of God. They tell you are not Hebrew. But do you want to be Hebrew? Okay, you are Jewish. What is the difference between the Hebrews and the Jews? And why must our ancestors constantly repeat the 4 words? Holy, sacred. But it's evil because it comes in a dialect that is not European. Four Hebrew alphabet, which is pronounced as Yahweh, the God of the Israelites, whose name was revealed to Moses. It has 4 Hebrew constants. Yahweh, which is YHWH. Thus, this name of God, Yahweh, as you know today, Yahweh, just 4 alphabet. In your English ABCD, it's simply YHWH, the 4 letter words in the name of God. It is sacred to the Israelites. It is sacred to the Hebrews, the name of God. And so when somebody from Israel today is saying Yahweh, our father coded that in name of God in your Eke Nkwo Afoye. But it goes beyond that. This Yahweh can be explicated. It can be expatiated. But you drawing it down in 4 letter words. And our ancestors choose Eke Nkwo Afoye. And any day you made mention of this 4 name, you pronounce the name of God. A cycle of life is completed spiritually. That is why our fathers never cease to talk about these days. The same way a Christian constantly calls Jesus, 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 Jesus. The same way a Muslim continually calling, is it Allah or Muhammad? Those who worship Yahweh, our ancestors who did that. Your 4 market day is not just a day to recognize market. it goes beyond that. Now, each time they make use of Eke, Nkwo, Afo, Oli, they are mentioning the 4 names of God, number 1. Number 2, these 4 market days, as you know it or as you see it to be, they are the 4 cardinal points, 4 locations. They don't want you to know about it. They say it's a north, east, west, and south. This is a concussion of the name of God. And so anytime you are saying, I'm from the north, I'm from the west, I'm from the south, as far as you are north, west, east, and south, the combination of the 4 of them complete a cycle of life. The perfect name of the Almighty Creator, the 4 alphabet. But of course, they don't want you to use a K, but they fail to teach us to pray in the name of the north, in the name of the west, and in the name of the south. Only recently is the church trying to pray, to teach you to pray with the 4 cardinal points. And then you say, oh Lord, whether I travel to the west or to the north or to the south or to the east, let it be well with me. But it's too late for them. They are busy stealing oil. So this era of re-indoctrinating us, they don't have time to re-indoctrinate us again. So they are busy stealing oil. And so they left this vacuum for me and you to fill. And so when I'm saying Eke, Nkwo, Afo, Ori, they are conjuring and saying north, west, east, and south will subdue you. But only the spiritual minded individual will understand. You start down, we look at the 4 names of God. It goes down to the 4 cardinal points. But all of us, we know that each of the cardinal points have something unique they offer. There is something that is synonymous to the north. There is something that is unique to the east. When we tell you we are the land of the rising sun, we do not say that because we say we are from the east. Recently, people were saying we are from the south. We are from the east. But when they say we are from south, southeast, south, all this is to disconnect us spiritually. The last time I checked, nobody from Biafra, nobody from Rivers, nobody from Cross River State, nobody from Anambra Delta is ever referred to as Southerner. We are Easterner. I start hearing it as a child. Now I am old. I'm not hearing southeast, south, Turu, south, Toke. We are Easterners. And of course, when you hear east, that is where the sun rises from. Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Land of the rising sun. We are Easterners. We belong somewhere in the 4 alphabetical name of God. Does it begin to make sense to you? The 4 cardinal points. But what we must understand about that as a people is that the wind comes from the north. The wide, hot wind. The wind comes from the north. The water comes from the west. The waters come from the west. The earth comes from the south. And then the fire comes from the east. The fire comes from the east. And now if you have been following, you will notice that the 4 cardinal points have something that constantly comes from their direction. So whenever your father is saying, you should understand what they are saying and begin to make mention of this word. If there's somebody had ever told you that at the name of Jesus, every knee will bow, the person failed to tell you that at the name of Yahweh, every knee will bow. And if every knee will bow the name of Yahweh, and then every knee will bow at the mention of Eke, Nkwo, Afo, Olie, na Biafra land. They don't want you to know. And then let us go down a little bit. These same 4 elements as we have discussed on the 3 aspects represent the pyramids. The pyramids, of course, is triangle. And so triangle have 3 pointed angles. I just want you to know where it came for Uri come from. The pyramids comes in triangular shape. Of course, we have so many shapes of pyramids. We have close to 81 different type of pyramids. According to Google, following countries has pyramids. Canary Island have pyramids. Spain have pyramids. Greece has pyramids. Sudan have pyramids. USA have pyramids. Egypt have pyramids. Las Vegas has a beautiful pyramids. Peru, Brazil, Bolivia, Japan, Guatemala, Mexico, Indonesia, Tahiti, West Samoa, Kazakhstan, England, Italy, Nubia, Turkey, Bosnia. According to Google, they all have pyramids. So outside Egypt now, there is no other where you have pyramids in Africa. Please, Biafra, is that true? But there is a pyramids in Udi, in Enugu State, in Biafra land. And so, are you telling me all these intellectuals who discover all the pyramids in the world fail to recognize that there is a pyramid in Udi, Enugu State, as they call it today in Biafra land? And so, if they fail to take record to agree that there is a pyramid in Udi, as we speak today, those of you who are in Enugu, do you think they really want you to understand the meaning of a Kenkwa for Udi? The pyramids is the peak of civilization. Till today, they are everywhere in Africa studying pyramids. They tell you they are tomb of Moses, they are tomb of Cleopatra, they are tomb of Pharaoh, they are tomb of Atumba. It's a graveyard, so you run away from the body. These people want to die inside graveyard of supposedly a black man, because there is so much about the pyramids they don't want you to know. When you see Fulani men everywhere in Enugu, people don't know what they are looking for. There are Chinese people now gallivanting everywhere in Enugu, doing secret contract that will never be appeared in a paper. We have over 361 contract that is being executed by Chinese and Japanese in Biafra land. Among them, more than 60% are not documented. What are they looking for? Who built the pyramids in Odi? Those of you from Enugu, I don't think I've been to Enugu more than 10 times all my life. But I knew there is a pyramid in Udi. Who built it? Oh, Lord Lugard. Oh, Theresa May. They built it. But let me tell you, because of time, I won't confuse you anyway. But you talk about the pyramids. The pyramids has 3 angles. For instance, a triangle. And this triangle, the 3 edges represent something. The upper side represents the east, which is the sun or the fire. And then the other side, the south, represents another thing, the water. And the other side represents another thing, the wind. And the other side, the 3 sides are represented. The middle represents the earth. And so the pyramids may have 3 pointed, how do they see it? Pointed edges, cardinal points, as we may say. But the middle of it becomes the 4th part of it. Then it becomes complete, the forename of God. And now let me tell you what you need to know about that. The Star of David, as they call it, which is double triangle, one of them facing up and the other one facing down, has spiritual implication. Those of you on Facebook, you look at the map of Israel, they are carrying flag of Israel, they are carrying there. You see the flag, the triangle on that flag. That star you are seeing is 2 triangle. 2 triangle of the pyramids. The pyramids turned upside down and the pyramids pointing to heaven. It has a spiritual implication before the Jewish man. It could be the higher self or the lower self, but we won't go there, so we will not confuse the whole thing. But it's double triangle, placed upon each other, one of them facing down and the other one facing up. It is the higher self and the lower self. You are as well spiritual as much as you are physical. the 4 market days. And so when you see your father telling you, hey, ne kere na nyema, hey, na fore na nyema, hey, no kwore na nyema, hey, ne gene, they are not idol worshiper. They are invoking the name of God, the 4 alphabetic word name of the Creator, the mysterious name of God to you. They are asking God to bless you. And now, having said this, we must understand what they represent. There are 4 elements in life that cannot be recreated. They cannot be manipulated. You either accept them the way they are or they destroy you. 4 elements. Upon these 4 elements, everything that there is, that will need to be, that will ever be, that has been, and that shall be, are meant from these 4 elements. They are the water. You can't create water. You can manipulate water. But water remains water. Only the Creator knows how he made water. Suppose say, but you can get water from the air. Did you put it in the air? The next one there is fire. You can manipulate fire. You can't create fire. Only God made fire. These are rights reserved for God and God alone. And the next element you cannot create is the wind. You can only manipulate them. You can't create them. And the 4th one is the earth. After the bombing of Hiroshima, most of you don't know that they were going to buy sand. They were importing sand from other countries to plant. After the conquering of Tunisia by the Roman Empire, they poured sand in Tunisia so that no plant will grow there again. They were buying sand to plant something in their land. Nobody manufactures sand. Nobody can manufacture wind. Nobody can manufacture water. Nobody can manufacture fire. You bring these 4 elements to God. That is the 4 alphabetic symbol of the name of God. Combination of these 4 power. For them to confuse you further, they call it, the Chinese or the Japanese will refer it to the avatar. Only God has the power to manipulate these 4 elements to suit his purpose. And maybe those he gave the power to do so. Because when these 4 elements work in your favor, no AK-47 will stop you. No AK-47 will stop you. We are the fire nation. We are the eastern, where the sun rises. And we are who we are. But for us to be perfect, in the midst of us exists the perfect name of the Creator. And then somebody will say, what are we supposed to learn today? Therein lies all the secret upon which the foundation of the earth was laid. They deceive us to stop us using it. And they are using it in a coded formula so that we cannot know the implication behind them. Only those who can apply these words can operate in the full essence of power. That is why our ancestors always pray in the name of these 4 market days. They don't not worship market. But each time they pray in the name of Eke, Nkwo, Afo, Oye, they are actually invoking the 4 alphabetical Hebrew words that talks about the name of God. Biafrans, invoke the power of God into your situation, into your circumstance, as our forefathers did. Yoruba pastors will not teach you this because they've lost their civilization. They don't have market days. They call Shango, maybe it's the one of their market day. They call Oshunde, they call Udigun, so many of their gods. But we worship no God. We worship Chukwukike Abiama. Awusa don't know. Fulani don't know. But we know. Because we are Ndimbo. Because we are Ndimbo. Because we are Ndimbo. Because we are the ancient people. Biafrans. Biafrans. Consider this. And don't let anybody deceive you. Wake up in the morning and say, let it be well with me as I travel to the north. Let it be well with me as I travel to the east, to the south, to the west. It's like the same thing saying, na for any mama, no year any mama, any mama, for them to continually remember the forename of God. They gave it after their children. In fact, my father's elder brother has 4 sons named after the 4 market day. And 4 of them are alive as we speak. One is Okenkwo, one is Okafo, one is Okuri, one is Okeke. What I do not understand is the difference between Okoro and Okoro. I'm still trying to find out whether westernization has changed it or they are different. But I tell you Okenkwo, I tell you Okafo, I tell you Okeke, I tell you Okonkwo, in your name is hidden the 4 alphabet of the name of the Creator. I will be back in a minute.
This is my song for freedom. They call me Chris Jokey. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God is always with me. Yeah, He's always with me. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and no time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. I am talking about a holy land, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing songs, where there is freedom of speech. Mr. Mepho will remind us, yeah, that we are children of the Most High God. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah, cause we are the children of God, and the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and no time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. We are praying for the moment, yeah, when heaven will come for us, and the world will talk about us, so no one else have to die. All this nation will respect us, yeah. Understand we just wanna go back home. No amount of gun can stop the show, yeah, cause we all got possessed, and the spirit is in me. My director will return home, yeah, show us love he used to do before. Beautiful faces I will see again, yeah. We need you, we miss you, and we wait on you. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. Holy, Namdekana is another Savior. It's another celebration. Mucha, mucha, mugawa, Biafra, kadegede we roll, baby, baby. It is a chance, mugawa, Biafra, kadegede we roll, baby, baby. The sun will rise.
My brothers will be coming home.
We made it through the sun.
Yes, of course, the sun must rise, Biafra must be restored. There are people at this moment, our lines are open. If you are a Biafran anywhere in the world, you are not here in IPOB, I tell you, you don't know what you are missing. I can only advise you to send your data to our WhatsApp line and the nearest coordinator will meet you. We are not here to conquer anybody. We are not here to undermine any sovereign nation. We don't want to kill anybody. We don't want to conquer Yoruba or British government or Hausa Fulani. We just want to be the ancient people that we are, that as it was in the beginning, that it might be so. We know what you are doing. We will reveal your secret and the word, the earth upon which you stand will sing beneath you. Let us go. Because we understand you are meant for a purpose, and we are meant for a purpose. Most of you will not know that when you begin to pray against Yoruba, Wosa, and the enemy of Biafra, as a son of a king for all year, that the ground upon which they stand to take over our life will sink beneath them. They will never let you know. So it's evil. Okay, they say you are evil. Okafo, they say you are evil. Okolie, Okeke, they say you are evil. Because you are a Biafran man. But don't worry, we will get there. Our lines are open. You are free to call in. Tell us what you know about Ike Nkwa for Uli. Why generation after generation till today, men and women that are the children of their father, they pray with Ike Nkwa for Uli. Irrespective, most of them are knights, pastors and bishops like me. We know the meaning of those words. We will never stop using those words. For in the end, God alone will be true, and all of us will be a liar. But we shall see how it ends. Of course, our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is our WhatsApp line. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And special number for the female is 081-288. 58614. Special number for the female is 081-288 58614. Caller on WhatsApp. Your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Onyibe, thank you for this program this night. Because achọrọ m ndị Igbo, ụfọdụ ndị Igbo ka ha jụọ onwe ha ihe mere. I
will appreciate if you can use English, so everybody who use that Eke Nkwo should go and ask their father why do they use Eke Nkwo, and then they can also learn from there. Go ahead, sir. Please.
Okay, so what I was trying to start, I want some people to ask themselves why when they say like Igbo Queen or in their own language they will say yeah, and what is the meaning of that yeah? That yeah is this thing that you are teaching this night. Is Yahweh in the Igbo Queen. That yeah, it was.
It boils down to the four alphabetical name of God. But they don't want us to know we are God's people. They want us to say, oh, we are evil, Omenal is evil, Ordinary is evil. The same way somebody is a herbalist, they say he's evil. But a medical doctor is not evil, a pharmacy is not evil. When you are a herbalist, you are evil. But go ahead.
So, Mazi, I want again to tell people to go and research what is that triangle you are talking of. That triangle is called Tetramagraton.
Britain took it from Anambra. Britain took it from Anambra. It is in the museum in Britain today now. Britain found our coins in Anambra. The pounds and shilling we use, they draw it there. What does it mean to our people? Maybe our fathers didn't have sense. Go ahead, please.
So, Mazi Onyibe, please. The Bible told us in Exodus 20 that if we be humble to our God that created us, that He is going to give us back that our land that He promised our ancestors. That land is fought. And when you come and tell our people that we have to worship the God of our Almighty, now they ask you please forget about this Bible story, this religious. When the Biafra comes, we start talking. You think to give back that land that he promised. Father, I thank God for this program. So for those people.
And of course, the Zoo Epileptic Network will always do what they can do, but our people must understand. There are names you mention, like the name Biafra. When you call Biafra, these people are afraid. They don't want you to make use of King Kwafoli because he destroyed their evil plan. Are you there, caller, on the line? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please. It's in one, you got one.
As you said that we are the incarnate of our great forefathers. We have come to correct those mistakes that we have done. I want to make a legacy for your findings and to bring our people back home. Okay, all the Afro people never know what it means to us. But even if today now our people, in changing, even natural man, there are many things that we have. We have lost our dignity. We have lost it. But if you go to Maka, that you have brought to correct distance. And people like you that have been going to find out the things that we have lost for us, for our dignity, to bring our dignity back. And I'm asking you to come here, because you can to correct those things. Tell our people, somebody say, I will never be alive to go to. I promise God that I can never go to medical doctor. I say, medical doctor. I say, what does doctor mean to you? Organic, I will be there, but I'm a doctor. So you're not stupid. But if they don't know outside of that to English doctor, I think then I will bring you in my job. Then the Bala will in Rama, then the native doctor will bring in my job. I think that it's said that you're a very good place. She am not getting a lab test, getting a lab test or mother. And she had you know that lab test is so bad because whenever that test is going on wrong, whether in your health or your life, you will think you go back and say, okay, let me go. I'm not going to do this. I know her. But you never knew that. But what you had copycat, going to copy from another people's country. Coming to our churches today. If you come to church, we gave you complete Igbo or complete you get another English inside church. But those things happen in your other land. Whenever you come to the church, what they're using is their language. What is strong to our people? They don't know, they don't like to notice that can help them. The roots and hearts that Chukwu had deposited in this place, we are neglecting. But they prefer those ones. Those men, how about bottle, but if you bring your own machine before them, or be women, I'm just in you, landed Biafra land, I go, your own regular Ghana. This land and the other was then I persuade the on Biafra land, and which even by mistake as they cannot even maintain it. They can't maintain this land. And I'm at Chico Kadiama.
Thank you very much.
And many other people.
Thank you. Our people must understand. Everything that have been hidden from us must be made bare, let open for all to know. Does it not amaze you why the name Biafra fear media houses across the globe? They are afraid to mention the name because evil will start happening to them, except their hands are clean. I dare them. The day they broadcast Biafra, that day they will fall. But of course they shall. You mention Biafra, Yoruba man, Hausa man face, all their face Fulani, it will change. What is hitting in that name? And there is somebody online who is saying, yes, our name is Kakutuku, Akutukutu. Let us change the name. They are not campaigning to change the name of Nigeria. Since our leader talked about the name Nigeria, nigger. Nigeria are not, they are not, in fact, they will soon pass it as a bill to change the name of Nigeria. They didn't foresee that this name is bad. If IPOB didn't tell you that the name is evil, and that is why all of you in Nigeria are answering Nigeria evil. Now Nigeria are doing, there is a bill ongoing now to change the name of Nigeria. If you like, change Nigeria to Holy Ghost. As far as we keep Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani inside this same container, this prison, it will yield evil for all of you. And what am I saying? Begin to pray against Nigeria with a K unko for Oye. You will see Naraga Bandia Radia Mama. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Obi Mane Chivike. I'm from Umwid, with this under Olu province in Biafra land. But now I'm from the state of Israel. Thank you very much this evening topic. Before I start, I say that Ogadri Man the Gloria for now.
You see.
One thing people need to know is that the nation of this world, they have their different calendars and their different years. In Asia, they have their different calendar. When they celebrate New Year, it's not when we celebrate. Here in Israel, they celebrate their New Year sometime in September. In the Arab world, they have their different calendar. So do we have our own different calendar in Biafra land. But this day we are choose not only to follow the white man religion, but their tradition. You can be a Christian, but you have to maintain your tradition, your culture. You can be a Chabatarian, but you have to maintain your culture and your tradition. Why must we be celebrating New Year on 31st of December? It's not our tradition. We're talking about the K Oriafo and Nkwo. Whatever our ancestors see that the thing is sacred, they must use it to name themselves, their children, and their cities. That is why they use the name to name their children and their cities. But today it's no more a Kemudi or a K-Awo. Today it's a Sunday market. You say you go to
Sunday market, Saturday marketing, Wednesday market. Konye bu Wednesday, who be Wednesday, who be Thursday, who be Friday, and who be this Saturday and Sunday. And then they give us the name. You see, let me tell you, I noticed something in the Bible. It represented itself in two forms. One of the greatest prophets of the Bible is Daniel. He's a man of integrity who lived like Samuel. And then you come to the New Testament, you have Jesus Christ. Now, Daniel said something in the book of Daniel. And Jesus repeated the same thing in Matthew 24. And it's amazing why Jesus began to quote that. I know they are passing a direct message to us. And it said, when you see the abomination of dissolution spoken by the prophet Daniel standing in the holy place, let those who read this word, let them be careful. That was Jesus paraphrasing the prophecy of Daniel. And then he said, this abomination of desecration, they stand in our way of life. They desecrate everything. If we are not careful, if we are not careful, if we are not careful. But people will not understand. We come here on Radio Biafra. We say, look at your Yoruba pastor. Call Biafra. Say, I love Biafra. Watch their countenance change before your very eyes. Watch our Fulani talk good about Biafra. Watch them poison you slowly and walking away from you. They can pretend, but they cannot bear it for long. We tell you the same way. Wake up in the morning and begin to curse Nigeria in the name of a Nkwo for Oye. Nigeria will die a sorrowful death faster than we have anticipated. This is just the truth I want our people to get. Fulani herdsmen will run. Use AK to pursue them. Use Nkwo to pursue all of them. You will see they will change their direction. Go ahead, please.
Exactly, Mazi. Mazi, we copy everything we see, hook, line, and sinker. Today, nobody, including me, will need the shot to come for or call it. They will laugh at you. But today, our women, our wives, call us in online. It is baby. Today, no child can ever call his father Mpa, Papa, it's only daddy. But in the whole world, in Israel, they call their father
honestly,
Abba.
Chibuike, I will ban you from Radio Biafra very soon. When you call again, I will tell you you are banned. What you just said makes sense, I must tell you. You will see a woman calling the husband baby. And why would the husband behave like a baby? Every day your wife is calling you baby, baby, baby. Why wouldn't many men behave like baby? Everybody baby, baby. Before it's mpa, and then he behaves like mpa. Well, go ahead, please. Our people must understand what we are telling them anyway. Go ahead.
Exactly. Most people we read Bible, but we don't understand the Bible. The Bible teaches us about marriage in the old days between Abraham and Sarah. Patiobal said he called Abraham Onyibe, he called him my Lord. That is respect. Wife does not need to love your husband. You only respect your husband, then your husband will love you. That is how our forefathers do it. They call their father, their husband, then the husband will love them. It's only you respect and the other one will love. But today we have copied everything. We copied both what we are even more Catholic than the Pope. Today now in Biafra land, when you are looking on Facebook, you see people claiming to be Shabbatarian. They leave their hair go inside their mouth, their beard, they don't shave their beard anymore. Is that how the Jews behave? A suit a Jewish man wear here cannot buy it in the shop, in the boutique. Just to see our leader he leaves his head to go inside his mouth. Does he look tattered? Must you be a tattered person before you become a Shabbatarian? Is that how we cut things? So people will go from morning till night, they will be wearing their talit. Talit only wear it when you want to pray. But our people will copy everything we see. It's very, very bad. It's high time we go back to our roots. Let us learn to understand and cherish what we have, what our forefathers did for us. Mazi, thank you very much. Let me leave it for here.
We must continue. Our people must remain focused. Yes, sir. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Of course, the Zoo Epileptic Network, but we must continue, of course. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Onyibe. Hello.
Go ahead, please, and I would advise you to lower down the volume of your radio set.
I'm calling from Monitor. Yeah.
Lower your radio or move away from there, please.
I've done that, sir. I just want to make mention of, you said there was something about the Okori. Okori is something simply means Okori. A male child. Just like somebody saying that, what did you give birth to? You say, I gave birth to a male child. A male child. That is the meaning of Okolodia. I gave birth to Okolodia. We just sold ourselves for nothing. I don't know why we don't understand. My father's name is Yokafa. His elder brother's name is Weke. We have Weke. We have Koye. We have Okoye. We have all these names. These are the things the Nigerian will answer in the olden days. And we pray according to these 400 days. We call the people who can't be through that name. And they answered us. But today we don't do it. We are imitating white man. Just like our brother that said something about we celebrating Xmas. Is that our culture? We have sold ourselves to the white man, doing everything according to the white man. But I just thank God for Mazin Nambu Kano for what he has done. That young man has finally opened many people's eyes. So I want people to bless him and bless you, Mazin George Onyibe. It's not easy. We are expecting Biafra very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, Biafra must be restored. Like our brother said, I think I've learned something this evening myself. Because honestly, I see people say, my name is Ukuru. I've been hearing of Ukuru. It's recently I begin to hear Ukuru. And sometimes I say maybe European language change it. But those who bear the name constantly remind you. In fact, I discussed with somebody yesterday, and he said his name is Okoro. And I was like, how can you be Okoro? Is it Okoro or Okoro? He said Okoro. And it's sincere. And of course, if you know the meaning, the difference between both of them, you are free to tell us. Jesus looked at Peter and called him son of thunder. And that means the son of the north. And if we call him son of the north, where is the north here? He would have been called son of Oli if he were to be in Biafra land. But you won't understand this coded information. So you don't make use of it. The secret of every living thing is tied to their name. And that is why God gave you everything to two. Only one mouth, 2 eye, 2 ear, even your nose, 2 hole. The body is divided into 2. But coming to mouth, he gave you only one. Because you don't know the power in your mouth alone. But of course, AK-47 will work when your mouth is saying something that it's not supposed to say. We must continue. Caller on the WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp.
My name is hello.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. I can hear you now.
Yeah. Good evening. Okay. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon, Biafra for the world. My name is Uncle calling from Minneapolis, USA. Onyibe, thank you for your good work, and I bless the Lord for our leader, Mazanatano, for coming out this point in time to let us know our history. Maz, honestly speaking, you're a professor of history. Do you know that one Yoruba church I used to go back in Lagos said why the reason why I'm progressing because I'm answering one call is a shrine name. I said, the man, I bet you're answering Ogunowo as a pastor. He said, Ogunowo. So I said, Ogunowo is Ogun, the Yoruba God, and one call is my own God. I can't change. He said, I should answer Peter, John, if I progress. I said, no. All fine. All this our market name. When I was a small boy, if our father are in meeting, he should take Coca-Cola and pray the same way you say your father do. No ore. And our people, I didn't even know the science of the meaning of this ore. We'll come there, we'll come change their father's answer other English names. And I asked my mind here, what's the meaning of John? What is the meaning of filmmaker? I think, thank you. I asked the meaning of John. You don't know. Just saw it. See, we not people. All our name have meaning. These people like Lucas. Lucas, I'm answering Lucas. I don't even know the meaning of Lucas. Name of people. Many are blind. All our name give glory. Every time we go back to our heritage and our land. Mazali, share this short today.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Yes, sir. Caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line.
Hello?
You're listening to your radio. Ada, go ahead, please, and turn down the volume of your radio set.
Hello?
You're listening to your radio, you want to hear me. That is not possible. When you call, move away from your radio set. Turn down the volume of your radio set. Better still. And don't be listening to your radio and saying hello, hello, because you will never get me. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Am I calling from Onyibe?
Of course, you are on to Radio Biafra Extra. Go ahead, please.
My name is James T. Hello.
I will advise you to stop listening to your radio when you call me. Move away from your radio set or I will cut you off. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Biafra. All of us are freedom. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the great work that you are doing for Biafra. But like just what you are saying, in those days we used to have, I'm from Akwa Ibom. My name is God knows. I'm from Akwa Ibom.
Do you people use a king kwa for Uri?
Yes, in our place we have Afio, Atim, Eret, then we have Abu. So those are the 4 market days that we have.
Not 5.
So, hello?
I say not 5, but 4.
Yes, it's 4. It's 4 market days that we have.
Alphabet in the name of the Creator. Go ahead, please.
So, but in our time today, I don't know what our people are doing. Our people no longer try to remember how our ancient fathers, the way they lived their life.
Yoruba is there to make sure you don't remember anything about that. That is their contract, 10%. They are there to make sure that very soon you will not even answer Akwa Ibom name because they will say it's evil. It's evil. You send to Rumbo, they say it's too long, it's evil. It's evil. When they say it 3 times, you will agree.
Yes, because the way they are brainwashing our people, if you even tell them these things, they will start arguing you. They will start arguing and arguing and arguing. You tell them this is the truth. They will say no, because their Yoruba pastors and leaders are brainwashing them. And they are all believing all those what they are teaching them there. Yeah? I ask them, if these people don't want you to know your root, go back to your root. In fact, we are the ones that are even patronizing them. Eh? Our people don't want to go back to the root so that we can all go back and trace our history and be able to live as a people. So I thank you very much, Master George Onyibe, for what you are doing for us, dear friends. The Almighty God will bless you as you keep enlightening us and opening our eyes to know the truth. And all Biafrans, I want to use this opportunity to urge all Biafrans, for all of them to wake up for this wake-up call and join IPOB wherever you are, whether you are from Akwa Ibom. Let me use this opportunity also to address my people in my dialect, in the Akwa Ibom. God knows, I'm into Abak, Kena, Akwa Ibom State. So, Njemeka Mufayami, Irokom Bufombo, Yakupuru Mefrede Geda, Idakem Bad, Idanubok, in support, Mazinam Dekano, Manatodo, Anyebe Biafra Mary, Manatodo, Niri Warokufon. Kuro, Mendidio Vijeme, no, you make me Warokufon, it's okay, no, you can't say it's okay, Sinagufon. When I'm Potong, Edikana, Etimem Puebon Gironian. Eturanga Seresio, in a way, my sema, okay, what good to organize the war. How do you know me? Yemena, you be the item in a bar. Eh? Mbok, either Tira came back. A young bong my center, they were them born in Messio, a Sienabang Mongona again. Eh? I will take a pocket, I will talk and young lady going Monga, Monga, when they are more, the Ampon again. I'm up in Finami, don't move for my table, who for my son, they were already. Ida mi ne membo goro ba ke sien uda ya na jo sie le ude mo go be na ba ame fa ga bo ye ezim ko no se wi kipi so mbok ida no bong no ni tip mi ka ike gbo no ba si na ni ki si gbo no ba si ma to do fon menyan ya ba si di ong bo fo e so ma si jo Onyibe. Thank you very much.
We must
May
continue.
the Almighty God bless you.
And bless you too. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Master Onyibe, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
please.
I'm
Good
here,
evening.
Master Onyibe. Good morning, Master. Good morning, dear friends. My name is Shimke. I'm calling from Malaysia. Master Onyibe, God will bless you and your family. In fact, every blessed day, we all keep learning different things from this platform. Master Onyibe, you know that before, when you pray with these our 4 market days, everything around you blossom. Everything work for good for you. You know, it gets to a point, even it was when our people started attending all this Yoruba churches, they now make us to ways of God as things that was not supposed to be. Even we started people answering most of those names. Sometimes we even see people answering Mboike and so on and so forth. We'll be making mockery of them.
Most especially when you call a woman after the name of God, Mbweke, they make a mockery. And our people are even ashamed to answer the name of God upon their life. Mbweke, I remember Mbweke, they mock our women, they don't answer this name again. But of course, this truth must come back. Go ahead, please.
That was when we lost everything. I don't just know what to say. Do you know? Okay, I think in the morning, yesterday morning, we already Tuesday here. Yesterday morning, when I was listening to this Mazi Jonathan program, somebody called on air, one advanced mouse. So he said this Yeshua we used to call. He said the real name is Yahshua, which is the name of this Yeshua. But because of the way the people pronounce it, we also follow to pronounce it that way. So the real pronunciation is Yahshua. And after I heard that, I started thinking, it means everything about was related to Kokiabiama. But they turned everything against us. We started following their own ways. And that was how we lost everything. I really appreciate our director for this platform that he set up for us. And you people who have been anchoring on this platform, now you are making us to know everything about our past history and leading us to the right path. May God bless each of every one of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We
really appreciate it.
Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, man. Good evening, Mazi George.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Biafra all over the world. We thank you, Kabiama, for the life of our leader, Mazi Nandi Ukukano, and the life of our deputy leader, Mazi Uche Okafo. Mazi George, I thank you today for this program. You see, there are things, as I'm calling from Paris, sorry. There are something we are talking about these 4 market days. Really, many things has gone wrong very long time ago. But I cannot tell you that most of the genesis of our problem is the sin behind our tradition, the sin behind who we are. You see, our people, they said the power of restoration is from the tongue. We are the children of God. We are the real children of God. You said something about being a Jewish, being a we are Hebrew. You said something, yes. Nothing much different about it. But the only thing is this: we lost who we are, not even because we don't know we are Jewish or we don't know who we are. But the only thing is this: the tongue. Those days, our fathers, the days of our ancestors, they are very careful about their tongues. They don't speak negativity through this tongue because this tongue is more dangerous more than anything. Now, it's very difficult for our people to, in a day, you hardly see a Biafran control this tongue for a full day without lies. It's very, very difficult. We have done a lot of things with tongues, And not only that, in terms of blood, there are people we are not supposed to sleep with. Most of people, the things they do in physical is even minor from the thing they do at our back. Sometimes I ask God, had it been, because I can never direct God because that is God. I wish God make it possible that if any day you commit one evil, one lie, God will just give you one mark in your face. You will see that today, as I are talking to you on this program, many people will carry millions of marks in their face because they can't hold the things. And these are the reason why our leader used to be very angry. Our people are not steady. Most of the time, they are correcting them. Our leader will put things together. Tomorrow, they will still make the same mistake. If somebody will appreciate evil befalling him or his family, you can imagine as well the rate. Okay, for example, the rate of crime this impostor committed during election. Look at this common election they just did last 2 days ago. People came out and died again without knowing what they have passed through, what they saw in Delta State, what they saw everything that just happened at not even up to how many months back. And men, youth, came out again and that. You see that it is very difficult for our people. If any day our people begin to know who they are, because we are the real true child of God. We are the real people. Even when they are talking about this heaven, this paradise, I can assure you that maybe this paradise is even, they don't want Biafra to come because people can as well see this Biafra as another paradise on earth. People talk about going to heaven. Nobody has gone there and tell us this is how it is. The heaven is how you prepare your home. This Biafra we are fighting for, many millions of people have died for this struggle. But the only thing is this, our leader used to say, I can never deviate from the Chukokike Abiyama, which we know, the true God. But let our people, because this tongue, I want our people to try to start controlling this tongue and where they put their legs and know who they sleep with. Sometimes some youth this time, this our youth, we are fighting this struggle with, they don't know that this girl or this woman, we are not meant to go with, sleep with. Some are blood lineage. These are the things hindering many things. Our people have deviated from the real direction they're supposed to move. A lot of things has gone wrong. I don't know if it's because of the poverty. I cannot even say it's because of ignorance, because every day in Radio Biafra, the lecture, the university, whoever is even a graduate in Imo State University is even in primary school than who is in Radio Biafra University. There are a lot of things. Every day, Mazi George Onyibe keep on bringing different things to give our people more orientation. But these are our people that don't want them to be seeing this effort.
Thank you very much.
Putting here as a just to discuss. Let them be putting it into practice.
Thank you very
Please,
much.
Jose, thank you very much, my brother. And God bless Biafra all over the world.
You see. And hopefully this is where we will be drawing the curtain for this segment. But I want to make you see something. I was in a meeting of the DOS some time ago, and we were discussing something about 20. They gave our mother 20 pounds after the war. It was spiritually spiting on us. And our ancestors took that word. It means something. 20. And when one of our elder on the DOS explained the implication behind 20, it is amazing. Today we will talk about the power of 20. Okwa 20 in Igbo is Ogun. And he talked about something like Wiliogun, Miliogun. Wiliogun, Miliogun. Only the ancient people will understand the implication behind those words. Wiliogun, Miliogun. That is 20. There is so much secret behind it. And I was like, wow, we still have people who understand these coded languages. And so Eke Nkwo Afo Ori must work in our favor. The name of the Almighty Creator being pronounced in our midst with pure heart, open heart, goodwill towards all men. we will see Biafra. We will welcome Biafra. I must tell you in our lifetime. I will be signing off from this segment, believe me. In less than 20 minutes, I should be back here again. We're not going anywhere. Remain focused, remain Biafra, because that is who you are in the end. Of course, if you are a Nigerian, remain Nigeria. Maybe it's your destiny. But we are your doom. I can assure you that. They will know.
Respect to the Most High. Yeah. Biafra, the rising sun. Now you hear me now? Everywhere in the world, Biafrans are fighting for freedom. Freedom, yeah. Biafrans, we know what we want. Biafrans, we know what we need. All we want is Biafra. All we need is Biafra. Our leader have tell us the truth. Now we know who we are. Osaflani is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. They are killing our people. No more one Nigeria. Your amalgamation is over, man. All we need is Biafra. I'm not saying this because I'm a Biafra, but I'm thinking of the life we lose every time that killing innocent people, yeah, raping our women, yeah. Who doesn't know about the 10%? Who doesn't know about the oil well? House of Fulani is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. All we want is Biafra. We want to go home. Biafra. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Bombo clan. It was good and evil and we chose good. Enego is calling Biafra. Anani saying Biafra. Ogoja is saying Biafra. Enego is saying Biafra. Urobo is saying Biafra. Shekiri is saying Biafra. We want to go home. We want a freedom. We want to go home. Yo, Tropical mix. Biafra, the rising sun.